What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen my last video where I did a shout out to Mashak, um that one that video was very, very, very personal to me and to him. But I want to do something a little different than normal. I want to tell you how I found Mashak on YouTube and the credible story of how we became friends and how he met me, didn't meet me, but how we just kept in touch and are friends and still are friends. So I was 19 and I was looking through stuff. I was looking on YouTube and I happened to come across his channel. So I'm like, okay, let's see what he has. And I scrolled down to the very bottom and was going to work my way up. And so I'm like, okay. And he had one video that was in Disney. So I clicked that one and I watched it from the beginning to the end. I'm like, okay, this guy's really cool. Maybe I should just leave him a message. I comment on a video. So I did. Lo and behold, I was not expecting him to respond quickly as I thought, which he did. And so I said I came up with the idea for a character that I named Danny Pivot. Well, Danny was something I came up with. It was just a name. And so he asked me, so I asked him and if he would, put up a poll of who wants that name and who does not want that name. And the long story short of it is he accepted the name Danny Pivot. And he accepted the name Danny. So I said, well, why don't Danny be his first name and Pivot be his last name? So that's how that came. And so that's how it came. And I literally thought, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I why did I do that? And I said, this is a crazy idea. He types back and says, it's not a crazy idea. I like it. I'm like, okay. So he likes it and we just kept in touch. Flash forward to a couple months later, I didn't hear from him for a long time, because I was at work all the time and I was just busy and he was busy too. And I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I waited and waited and we finally, got back up. Then I got TikTok for a couple of days and I was on his live on a Tuesday, which he calls it TikTok. And I got to be honored and be on his live that Tuesday. I was not expecting to have a chicken pray for me. I know that sounds weird, but yes, it was a chicken. And I I was in a white t-shirt. I was tired. I just got back from work and the last thing I wanted to do was talk. So it was kind of a short conversation, but it was something that I wanted to do and I wanted to do it. So we kept figuring it out. I was not at 100 followers on TikTok yet, and I gradually got there, and I was. So he sent me a request to accept to join his live. So I did. I joined his live, and I'm literally sitting in bed with my eyes squinted, and I'm tired, and not knowing what was gonna happen. I had my camera off for some reason, so I turn it on. I'm sitting in my bed, and I'm smiling. I'm trying not to just burst out laughing. I'm smiling so hard, my cheeks are just red, and it happened. I was on his live, and he asked me how was work, how was, just personal questions that any person would ask me. And so he's like, "Do you mind if I pray for you?" I'm like, "Okay, go ahead." And he does. That moment, I'm like, "Why does he have a chicken that is praying for me?" And I didn't mind that, but literally, it was like the weirdest thing ever. And I'm like, really? All people would, do that, but not for him. So he did it, I, and I was tired, and I had to get to bed, and I didn't want to be rude to him, so he said a couple of words to me, and we ended that conversation. And that was the best 10 minutes of my life. After we ended that conversation, I could not stop smiling. I could not stop. Just feeling happy that I was on his live, and we actually figured out how to do it, and we did it. And knowing that he did it for me because he knows me. He knows who I am, and he knows that I like what he does, and he makes me laugh. So I know this is kind of a different video that I never actually do, but I know that a lot of people have asked me who is Mashak. So I'm hoping that that story can clear everything up, because that man that is my friend, he is amazing, he's outstanding. And if you haven't already looked at his videos, please do that, because anybody could just watch his videos and just sit there and have a good time, because I did. I did, because he was on live and I was on his, and we just bonded instantly. So if he is watching this, Matt, again, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your friendship to me. And every time I would get on his live, his wife would say hi to me, and it wasn't like the awkwardest thing ever, but it was the most sweetest thing I've ever had anyone do to me like that. And so if Matt, if your family's watching this, hi, I'm your dad's friend. um, and your dad is one of the amazing people that I think I have ever got to know and will ever know. And even if we didn't meet in person, I'm okay by that. But your dad is awesome, hilarious, outstandingly funny. And I just watched his video on TikTok just not 10 minutes ago, and literally, your beard, man, beats mine. Mine was longer than that, but still, you are still your happy, perfectly happy self. So, and so anyway, but if you guys haven't watched this video yet, go do that. I'll have that in the description box down below with the other friend of mine personally that I know personally. So, if you guys still want a shout out for the end of March, please leave that in the comments below, and hopefully I will get to do that. So, as Matt would say, at every end of every live that I've ever been on, he would say, being the father to the fatherless, peace out.